everyone, my name is Emma and I'm an Ocean Youth Facilitator here today to show you how to add events to our Ocean Youth website. Now, as a local facilitator, wherever you are, we encourage you to put your Ocean Youth program events onto the website so that all of your participants can see what's happening, but so that our entire community can also see that events are happening and what the program looks like if they're thinking about getting involved. It's really great for potential participants to be able to jump on the website and see exactly what type of events are occurring in the different areas. So as a facilitator, you should have your website profile. If you haven't already created a profile, that's the first step that you will need to complete. There is a video walking you through how to do that, and I'll put the link to that in the description for this current video. Once you have your profile, the admin team will need to make you an admin of the website. So if you haven't already been made an admin for the Ocean Youth website, just email either myself, emma@oceanyouth.org, or anyone in the team at hello@oceanyouth.org, and we can arrange that for you. So once you have logged in with your admin authorities, it's pretty easy to upload events. What you need to do is, first of all, navigate to your dashboard. So once you go to our website, oceanyouth.org, and log in, you will have this banner up the top, and on the left-hand side is Ocean Youth. Hover above that, and from the drop-down menu, click on Dashboard. Once you've clicked on Dashboard, it will take you to kind of the back end of this website for facilitators, and on the left-hand side, you've got this menu, and what we're looking for today is Events. So you can hover over events and this side menu slides out. And what you want to do today is add an event. Okay, so the second one down there, add event, and you can just click on that. Now this part of the website is fairly self-explanatory, and if you've already got your details in front of you, such as date, time, location, that'll save you from having to go and locate that. So what you want to do here is add a title for your event. Keep it short, keep it simple, and a description. So here is where you can put what people should bring, what they can expect, if there's any requirements of the day, if there's any potential for cancellation, if there is a cancellation, what the alternative activity will be. An example like that would be the whale and dolphin watching events that we run sometimes. In bad weather, they can be cancelled. So just letting people know the information that they need for this event. So you've got your title and you've got your description. Over on the right-hand side here, you've got some pretty crucial information. When, so the date it's occurring, and the time, both the start and the finish time. Watch out for this time zone. If you are anywhere other than Sydney, which is the default, you will need to change that time zone to make sure that the times you put in here are accurate. Now you can scroll down. At any time you can save the draft, come back to it. What you want to do down here is you get a bit of a idea of what the overview looks like if you were to search for this event on Google, for example. Loki, stop, bed. Go on, bed. Now, as you scroll down, you can see this section here, Yoast SEO. I'm not entirely... As you scroll down, you see this second main section here. What this is showing you is a Google preview. So if someone was to search for this event in Google, this is what will appear as the preview of that search before they click onto the main web page. So if you want to provide a metadata description, you can just type that down here, metadata description, and this can be a really short, simple overview of what the event is. So for example, join Ocean Youth for a fun-filled whale and dolphin safari, as an example. And you can see that comes up in that metadata description. So it's up to you if you want to add a metadata description. If you don't, Google will just try and pull a description from the page itself. So it's not totally necessary, but if you did want to put in a meta description, that is where you can do it. Now, as you scroll down, the next section here, which is quite important, is where. Where is this event? You might have already included this in the description box, but it's also good to include it here. So no location might be if it was an online event. Physical location is preferred to fill this out when you have an event at a physical location. So you can type anything in here. I'm going to use an example of one of our partners, Sea Life Kelly Tarletons in Auckland. So you can write in the name, and then you can just write in the location as well. 21 Tamaki Drive, Auckland, New Zealand. There we go. And that's as much detail as you need to give. You don't have to go crazy filling in every single part of that. People will know where you mean, unless you're meeting somewhere quite obscure, in which case I would suggest putting the full address there. Now, if you want to, you can enable registrations for the event. And this is quite useful if you know all of your participants have a profile on the Ocean Youth website. If you have created a group for your participants for that particular program, and you want to keep a track of who is coming and who's not, this is a good way of doing that. Now, if you're not sure if your participants have a profile and you haven't created a group for them yet, don't worry, there are videos on how to check participant profiles and how to create a group to put them all together in one place on the website. Those are two separate videos, and again, I will link those in the description beneath this video, so you can watch those next and figure out how to do that. So you can enable registrations. It's just a standard ticket. You can add new tickets. You can edit the name of the ticket if you want to. For example, if it's an event where adults can come, parents, you might want to label one parents and one participant. The price is normally free. However, if this is an additional activity that participants need to pay for, you can state the price, a minimum, maximum number of numbers, and you can keep track of how many are available and how many are booked and who's booked those. And you just add those details down below in these spaces here, so you can make the event something that people need to register for. The rest of these sections, you don't need to fill out. You can if you want to, but it's not necessary. Okay, so once you've filled out the registrations, if you want to include registrations, the location, meta description, if you want to include the meta description, once you've got the date, the time, the location, the description, and the title, that is when you can either preview or you can publish. Once you've published, that goes live on the website, so everyone can see that. And if you want to share it to groups that you've made, you can very easily share it in your groups. And like I said, I will be walking you through how to make those groups in a separate video. Now, that's pretty straightforward. And to make things even easier, if you've got events that are pretty much the same, say you've got 3 or 4 workshops all happening at the same location, and all you need to change is the date and the time and maybe the description, maybe you're going through slightly different workshops each time, it gets even easier. So you can actually just go to events over on that left-hand side there. You can click on events and it will bring up a list of previous events. So, for example, this top one here, Ocean Youth with the New Zealand Marine Studies Centre. If I know that that event is happening again, very similar event, just on a different date, you can actually just duplicate that. So once you've created an event, if you have a similar event, you could just go duplicate, and it will save all of the information, such as the location and a lot of the metadata that you might be able to reuse. Want to watch out for up here, the title, it'll add in 2/2. You can just get rid of that. You can change the title if you want to. The permalink, if you want to be really thorough, you can edit that. You see how it's added 22222. You could get rid of that and change that as well. The description will be exactly the same. So for example, if you just want to change the dates, maybe you just want to change the times, you can do that in the description. You can also do it over here. But for the metadata, if it's the same, and for the location, if it's the same, you can just leave all of that. So duplicating events can save you some time when some of the details are remaining the same. And then it's just the same over here under publish. You can publish that when you're ready to. And so then it's just the same over here, the publish box. When you're ready to, when you've finished making your changes, you can just hit publish and that one will go live as well. And once you've hit publish, if you need to duplicate the event again, you can actually do it just from here, duplicate event. You don't need to go back to the event page from this left-hand side menu. Great, so that's events. If you need any help, especially if this is your first time loading events onto the website, please don't hesitate to email me, emma@oceanyouth.org. I'm more than happy to help you go through this a couple of times. It's pretty straightforward, but sometimes you can get tripped up on little things. So do let us know if you need some help. I'm always happy to lend a hand getting your events up on the website.